back to my channel, Gabbabetic. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying this sort of insulin pump. It's a new type of insulin pod or pump, I guess you can call it, and it's an Omnipod. This one is a sample kit that we're going to be trying today. I just want to see what it's like to have an insulin pump pod, because I've never had one before, and I think it would be an experience just to try this sample one out and see how I get on. So if you're type 1 like me, you'll already know about pods or pumps, but if you're new to all this, or you just want to see what life is like as a type 1 diabetic, I'm just going to explain a bit about it first. So if you have type 1 diabetes, your body can't make insulin to regulate your blood sugar, so you can either take insulin using injections, and you can use syringes, or you can use pens, which is what I have here, and that's called MDI, that's multiple daily injections. So a bit about my pens. My first one is a Nova Rapid pen. It looks like this, and when you open it you can see that there's an insulin cartridge here. This says what level the insulin is at, and you want to go to about this orange line before you change it. You can pull it apart and put in a new insulin cartridge there, and this is my one that I take around meal times. And then I also have to take a long acting insulin that releases slowly in the body over the day. So this is my overnight pen, and it's called Tresiba. This one is a completely disposable pen, so once again when you get to this green line here, that means the insulin's finished and you can just throw it away, whereas this one is reusable, so you just change that little cartridge every time. Basically, when I want to use one of these, we'll show you on this one, you have it here, you get a needle like this, just unscrew the top, place it on, and then you have a little cap to protect it, and then you have your insulin ready to go with your needle, and then you just dial it up. I'm only going to put a tiny bit because I don't want to waste the insulin. You can see a bubble forming there, and then that's the insulin, so that would inject straight into the body. So yeah, I've been using these insulin pens, different versions throughout my life for 13 years, but I've never ever had an insulin pump. So I got this demo kit. We're going to open it today, and I'm going to put one on, and this will be attached to me the whole time, so I want to see how I get on, just managing daily tasks. This won't be giving me insulin at all, because it's just a sample pod. I'm just going to wear it and see what I think for a few days of having it on, and see if it makes any difference to just how I do normal tasks or go about my everyday life. Because when I take my injection, literally I just take it. It takes 1 minute, and then I put it away, and I don't think about it until the next time I need to take it. So yeah, I want to see what this is like having this attached to me all the time, and just see what it's like to have an insulin pod or pump. So yeah, I have my CGM on here. You can see that there, the Freestyle Libre, so that's telling my blood sugar. Yeah, let's get this on. Okay, so here's the box it came in, and it's an Omnipod Dash. I don't really know the difference between the regular Omnipod and the Dash, but this is what it came like. Going to open it now. Let's see what we get. Okay. Some sort of manual. Oh, I guess this is the pod. So we got an alcohol wipe. That's good, because I don't have any. And then this is it itself. Okay. It's smaller than I thought on first impressions. It looks pretty small. And then here's the front, right? So I'm going to have a quick read of how to put this on. This is what I want to do. So, right, where to apply the pod? I think you can do your arm, your leg, your stomach, or your back. Oh, I didn't know you could do it on your back. Well, I think I'm going to go for the arm, because I've seen a lot of people online using the arm. I've seen the leg as well, but lower down on the leg, but I think I'm going to go for the arm. Right, so clean it, don't blow on the site, take the pod packaging apart, run your finger, and wear the pod for 3 days. So let's see how we get on for 3 days of wearing this. Let's go put it on now. Okay, so it says first to wipe it with the alcohol wipe, and then to let it air dry. So I've decided that I'm going to do it on my right arm, because I have no sensor on here, so I think that will be the best place to put it. So I don't really know how much of the arm it will take up. It looks pretty small, but I'm just going to wipe a good bit in general. So while that's drying, this one has no insulin in it, so I'm still going to be taking my insulin with the pens. I just want to try it on purely for the feeling and see how it would be just wearing it in general. But there's no needle in this, there's no cannula, which is what would be the needle inside it to deliver your insulin into your body. Just for comparison, here's my Libre, and you can see that that's pretty thin. So this is a good bit thicker, but it does supposed to have insulin in it. This is a sample, so obviously it doesn't. But it does take up a bit more than the arm. So I'm really wondering how it's going to feel though, because at first, before I had the sensor, I thought the first one I had, I was really afraid, because it seemed really weird to just have something attached to you. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so it says first to pull off the paper to bring out the pod. Ooh. Okay, so this is how it looks here. So I think I'm just gonna peel off these pieces here and stick it onto me. So, okay, got one. Oh my god, how to be... Okay, right, it's kind of hard to make it not peel back on itself, but this is it. And then I think I'm just gonna stick it like, I don't know, like here. And it says to run my finger along the adhesive to make sure it sticks. That's it there. Okay, first impressions. I don't know, like I feel worried that I'll hit it off something, but this is what this video is about for these like 3 days that says to keep the sample one on. I'm gonna just see how I get on. And now I'm fully hooked up, so let's see how we go. Oh my god, I've only had it on for literally like 10 minutes, but you can see how much it sticks out. I've already like, there's walls like this in my house and I've already like hit it off twice. And I have done that with the Libra like the odd time or two, but that kind of like does nearly fall off. So I'm hoping that this won't rip off, but I have like banged it off things already, so that's not really good. Okay, I'm doing some secret baking for a video that I'm gonna have out, I think next week, hopefully. But right, I won't tell you exactly what I'm doing, but this is the movement of like bashing this rolling pin onto whatever's in this bag. But I can really feel this moving, like every time I do this movement. But like the Libra is here, I can't feel that moving at all if I'm like doing it with my left hand. But it's just like, I think it's because it's like a bit more bulky. So I'm just very aware of it while I'm doing like any kind of activities that involve the hands. So it's a bit different. There's something that I have to get used to if I did keep the pump.
Later.
Okay, so I've had it on for like a few hours now and I'm just about to go and have my dinner. So obviously this has no insulin in it, like I said, it's a sample one. But I was just reading a bit about it. So it says here on this leaflet that basically if it did have insulin in it, you'd have, it's I guess an app, it's called a Personal Diabetes Manager, PDM, and you would like put in how much insulin you wanted to deliver, carb count and whatnot. So I think I obviously, if you watch my day in the life video, you've seen me taking the injections and carb count. I'm not going to go into that now. If you want to see that, I'll link it down below. Dial up my pen, put the needle on the top that I'm going to do, and then I take my injection. So if I had this, I'd just like tap the app and say, deliver me the insulin. As of right now, what I would do is inject into here, sometimes here on the stomach as well. So like it would be good in scenarios because I've been out and stuff for dinner, you know, taking insulin in front of people, dialing it up, blah, blah. I'm not shy about doing that. I take injections like literally anywhere. But I guess if you were new to it or you had any concerns like that, it would be good to have this on. You could even have it covered like that, and then you could just deliver, tap the app and you get insulin. So it would be good in that case. So I am seeing kind of where it would come into advantage, and also it would be so much easier to just tap an app and have it done and delivered as opposed to like getting your insulin out, getting it ready, putting up the needle, injecting it. So yeah, I can definitely see some advantages. Ooh, so I'm in my car and I'll just film this quick video because it's really dark out, so it's actually hard to see. But I have the pod on here on my right arm. So left is obviously to change gears down here. But on my right, like I've definitely just like hit off, like you can hear. If I'm hitting there, I'm hitting the chair, it's like rubbing off the chair. So I don't really know. I was trying to see like different activities. So far with the baking, I could definitely feel it on. And the driving, like I've just hit off the door and stuff and the chair a few times. So it's not like it's painful because there's no needle in there, but I'm just wondering if the cannula was in there, if this wasn't a sample one, how painful it would really be. So I'm going to try a few more activities, see what I think. But I don't know about driving. Like I think if it was on my left arm, I would feel it then changing gears. I've only really kind of rubbed off the seat or rubbed off, you know, this part of the door. So it hasn't been too bad. So hey, it's the next morning and I just wanted to quickly talk about sleeping with the pod on. But first, I think like when you have it on, like you can kind of see the sensor there and there. I don't really think like it's seems a bit bigger, but like to me it's not like that noticeable. Like this is a kind of tight top, but if you had like a jumper on, you wouldn't even see it on. And like that's on my arm, but this kind of brings me on to other sites. So when I was sleeping, I sleep with like my arm under the pillow, so I kept feeling this, and it was a bit uncomfortable. Like not painful or anything, but then again I don't have a needle in it, so I'm wondering would it be painful if I did. But I could feel it when trying to sleep. And my question is, and maybe you can comment down below, if you do have the Omnipod, where is better? Because I think like if I had it on my stomach, because I lie on my side, I wouldn't have felt it. But if I have it here or my other arm, or it says you can do a site on the back, I think I like could feel it when I'm sleeping. So maybe if you do have an Omnipod, you can comment down below what's the best actual like place to put your pod on. But anyway, I'm gonna see how I got on today. I have knocked into a few walls and doors, but it hasn't come off at all. And I'm gonna go out and about, and I'll just have it like this. I don't know, like I never noticed people looking with the Freestyle Libre, but I'll see if I do get anyone looking, but maybe not with it covered up like that. But I'll see how I get on today with it. But yeah, definitely impacted my sleeping. Hello. Just went out to the shop, and like I said, I have it on here like this. Didn't notice, like literally no one said anything. To be honest, only one person has ever said anything about my Freestyle Libre on my arm, and just was like, what's that? But yeah, you know how it feels if you're type 1. But yeah, it was grand. Nobody looked, nobody said anything, and I felt quite comfortable wearing it out. The only thing is, like I said yesterday in the car, can you hear it now? Yeah, I keep knocking it. You can hear it there. I keep knocking it off like the door and the wall and stuff like that, but it's held on pretty well. It is very sturdy, and especially like under the clothes. But yeah, I was quite comfortable wearing it out and about, and I think if I was wearing it as like the fully functioning pod, I would be quite comfortable wearing it out and about, and it seems to be holding on pretty well when I'm hitting off things. But yeah, it was good to wear it outside. So I just wanted to show you that even when it gets wet, it does stick on really well. It's all wet, but it's still not peeling off, so it does say it's waterproof, so it is really true to what it says. So this is how it looks from behind. This is the sensor on the left arm, and then the pod on here on the right, and yeah, that's how it looks, just with the two of them there. But it has caught on my clothes a few times, just getting changed and stuff. That's the only thing, but I think that's more about location rather than it itself. It seems to be pretty sturdy still after like a day and a half of wearing it. So tomorrow is day 3, and that's supposedly the last day of the sample pod, so we'll see how it stays on then. Hello, good morning. Right, so it's day 3. Oh, let me just show you where the pod is. It's like that. Right, I'm working from home, working a bit from home. Just want to talk a bit about the pod. I'm here typing away, monitor here, Halloween decorations. Ooh. Sorry, I'm in a good mood today. But yeah, I have the pod on, and it's really not getting in my way, like working, typing. I can't even feel it on my arm. So today is day 3, and it said that's the day you have to take off the sample pod. Just showing you it here. It's very stuck on, you can see. It hasn't fallen off or anything. I do feel it a bit when I'm sleeping, but it's not like I couldn't sleep with it on. I've gotten more used to it today. I think I could sleep with it on even at this sample site, even though I could move it somewhere more comfortable. But in terms of typing and stuff, it's grand. The only thing is I keep knocking into things or catching it on my clothes, but I think it's just because I'm not used to it, because I used to do that with the sensor as well. But like, I'm thinking it would be really good to just be able to, you know, typing away here like, oh, blood sugar going a bit high, I need some insulin, don't have to stop, go get my pens and all that, don't have to be fiddling around with this and needles and everything, just be like tap on the phone and done. That would be very handy. But I'm gonna go and do a run today. I haven't been that active because I was very sick last week, but I'm gonna go and do a run today, and we'll see how this stays on. Hopefully, I think it will stay on pretty well, but I'll see how I got on running with it. But yeah, I'm gonna see how it does in that type of activity, and then I will be taking it off later today, so I'll see how easy removing it is. But it's Monday here, so just working from home, but yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, so I'm going for my run now. I have the pod on here, you can kind of see it. I'm just at my blood sugar, and it's like 8.2. So yeah, this is the first run with the pod on. Let's see how it goes. But it seems pretty secure. Seems fine, and hopefully you can't really see it sticking out there, but hopefully it will stay on fine and be good for the run. And it's the first day of November today, so time to get serious about running. You'll see that in a later video maybe. Okay, I did it. I did it half an hour. Just walking back now, and this stayed on perfectly. Sorry, I can't move it because I'm holding the camera. And this one too, although it's a ghost design, I need to change it soon, but it was really good. I didn't notice it at all when I was running. Sorry, I'm really out of breath, but I felt quite comfortable, and I'm gonna walk back now to the house with both on display, and I feel very comfortable about doing that as well. And just while I'm walking back, I was just thinking, because sometimes I go high after I exercise, which I'm sure some people have felt as well or have experienced too, and then I have to take an extra bit of insulin, you know, take the pen out, the needle, dial up another correction, where it would be very handy if right now, like I'm going high, I could just, you know, do it on my phone and have it do itself. That'd be very useful instead of having to go home now and take a pen. But yeah, time to go back to work. So yeah, here's where this pod, you can see here, would really come in handy, because you can see on the screen my blood sugar is 10.1. So I don't know, maybe it's from the run I did earlier, but I thought I carb counted right, but like I'm trying to work at the same time. That's why I'm still in this office space. I'm gonna take 1.5 unit. If you want to see, you can see me injected there. It would be very nice to be able to just press an app, or that little, whatever, the Diabetic manager thing. It'd be very nice to be able to just press that and have it give me the insulin while I could keep working. Oh, right, back to work. And then we're going to take off the pod. Okay, the time has come to remove the pod. I just realised my top is on inside out, so that's great. Yeah, that's time to take this off. I don't really know how. It would be different, yeah, if you had a cannula in there as well. I wouldn't know how to take that off, but oh my god. It's still very sticky. It said 3 days for the sample pod, but my god, that's sticky. Okay, this is what it's like on the Freestyle Libre as well, so I should be well used to this. Oh, okay, here we come. I don't know if it left a mark. Probably not much, to be honest. Not as bad as the Libre. But yeah, as you can see, it's still very sticky, so it was really good adhesiveness, and it's very durable and very hard. If I peel a bit off of the adhesive there, you can see a bit beneath it where there's like more of a computer kind of looking thing. I don't know what to call it. I got on pretty good wearing it. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you do use an Omnipod and your experience with it, or if you use an insulin pump, because I don't use an insulin pump. So this was really interesting for me just to have the sample one on and see how I got on with it as from a comfort point of view. So let me know if you used a pod or a pump and where you place it, and any other cool facts about it or information that I don't have in this video. Please let me know. I love to hear, and subscribe if you're new here. So would I use that pod? I think overall, I think I was a bit not used to it at the start, like wearing it on the arm and just having it hit off things or in the bed, but like that's how I was with the Freestyle Libre as well. And like after 3 days, I definitely could get used to it. Like, you don't notice it's on you when it's on you. It's only if it like rubs off something that you notice. And I think it did have like good durability, because it really held steady on there. And you could see how sticky it was as well, just peeling off. But yeah, if you do use the Omnipod, let me know what is the best place to put it, like where you put it the most that works the best, because I did find on the arm I kept hitting off things. But you know, I actually thought it would be pretty good to wear, and not like you saw when I was taking an extra bolus and I had to like get my pen out and dial it up and test it and take an injection, whereas I could just have this that does it for me, and that would be very useful. So you know, it's not something I'm gonna look into right now. I'm happy using MDI or pens, whatever you want to call them. I'm pretty happy. I've done that for 13 years, but there have been times where, you know, my control has fluctuated, and I have never been offered pump therapy, but it came pretty close a few years ago. I moved from Lantis to Levemere, and the Levemere did not agree with me, and this was back in Ireland where I'm from. There were no other options at the time, and we were going to have to go on to pump therapy, but luckily Tresiba came out around that time, which was actually, like, they told me at first was recommended for type 2 diabetics, and then it got, you know, recommended for and approved for type 1s. So they're like, look, you can try Tresiba or else you're going to have to go on a pump. But luckily the Tresiba suited me, and I've been using that like for 6 years, so I'm on that now still. But yeah, like, I definitely was considering at one point, and I have seen many people and I've seen many people online that love their pump and really like it, and seen different reviews, so it's just interesting. I hope you liked my video. It was really interesting for me to wear this and see how I got on, and to think of what it would have been like if I could use it as a fully functioning pod. But I did really enjoy trying this out, and I hope you liked my video. Let me know in the comments if you wear a pump or you have pens, or if you're not diabetic and you just like to see this for some more information. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you all in the next video.